A lot of people feel that alcohol isn't a big problem. You have a couple of drinks, it's very common in society, it's all over billboards. But what you don't realize is that there's a fine line between occasional alcohol usage and alcoholism and how that presents in society. So if your alcoholism is so significant that you have received multiple DUIs, or you've gotten into fights and there have been criminal cases against you, or you become an abusive spouse, then that is something very clear. If you've been issued a green card, that could put you into deportation proceedings and have that green card revoked.
Drunk driving will get you deported from the United States immediately under this new act. A couple of days ago, the House passed a bill that will allow the immediate deportation of undocumented immigrants who caught driving under the influence. The bill was introduced by Republican Barry Moore and passed by a 246 to 160 vote in the House. The vote has a clear message. If you're a guest in this country and you break the law, you're out. No due process, nothing. This bill is clearly trying to create fear among immigrants. Next, the bill must be voted by the Senate, and then, if passed, will be signed into law by the president. It's unclear how it's going to impact green card holders or immigrants here on visas. But if you can become a US citizen, do it as soon as possible. If you got a DUI, speak with an immigration lawyer as well as your criminal lawyer. For now, I'll keep you posted. Follow me for daily updates.
Can drinking alcohol get your green card case denied? Well, yes, possibly. One of the steps that you have to undergo before your green card can be approved is a medical exam. You would have to go to a USCIS approved physician to undergo a medical evaluation. During this evaluation, the doctor will review your blood work as well as any other alcohol-related diseases that you could possibly have, such as liver disease, or try to see if you are an alcoholic. The USCIS officer or the embassy officer that's reviewing your case will then take a look at this and determine if your alcohol consumption is deemed to be either a risk to public safety or public health. We have seen cases where if the doctor has marked that someone is an alcoholic, this also impacts their ability to be of good moral character in society and led to a denial of their case.
Talking about drinking in general can get you denied for a green card. If you are at the consulate for your green card interview and the officer is asking you questions about drinking, be very careful about how you answer them. They ask you questions like, have you ever tried to cut down drinking and you couldn't? No. If they ask you questions about, do you cure your anxiety or depression with drinking? No. If they ask you questions about do you drink to have fun or do you drink every single day in a repetitive nature? No, no, no.
If you're undocumented and thinking about drinking and driving, think again. Not only is it illegal and it's risking your life and the life of others, the House of Representatives just passed a bill that is changing the Immigration and Naturalization Act, and that bill is going to go to the Senate. If the Senate approves it, it is now going to become law, and DUI convictions as well as arrests may prevent you from getting your green card. And it can subject you to deportation and also can prevent you from coming into the United States. Follow me.
Just talking about alcohol could get your green card application denied. When you go to the embassy for your final interview for your green card, you're supposed to take a medical exam where the doctor will ask you 10 alcohol-related questions. And if you answer in the affirmative to 3 of the 10 questions, you could potentially get denied for alcohol use disorder. And then they'll make you wait a whole nother year to do another medical exam for you to be reassessed. Now, this doesn't happen to everyone, and not every embassy actually enforces this policy, but just in case, you better be thinking sobriety before your interview.
To find the dot. Today we are sharing an important public service message about undocumented immigrants in United States and the risk many face because of alcoholic and smoking. This is a stitched video from its original creator, and it carried lessons that could save lives, family, and future. Please listen carefully to this discussion.
If you're an undocumented immigrant and you're present in the United States and you want to remain here, you need to listen to what I'm about to tell you. The secret that I'm about to give you is better than any advice you could get from any attorney, and it's absolutely free. You need to listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. What I see day after day, week after week, year after year is undocumented immigrants in court, in detention, because they were drinking. You need to stop drinking alcohol right now. The number one reason for which undocumented immigrants end up in ICE detention, in immigration proceedings, and about to be removed is because of alcohol. They either, number one, were drinking and driving, or number two, it's their second or third time getting caught drinking and driving. I know it may not be a big deal in the countries from where you're coming from, but it is in the United States. Drinking and driving is a big deal here, and it's going to cost you everything. It's going to cost you your job. It's going to cost you your freedom. It's going to cost you your family. It's going to cost you your children. It's going to cost you the ability to remain in this country. And it's expensive. And it's not just getting behind the wheel after having a few drinks. Most of these people weren't even drinking that much. 1 or 2 beers. That's all it takes. It doesn't even take 1 or 2 beers. You may have had half a beer, but because one of your taillights was out, the cop pulled you over, smelled some alcohol on you, and you're done. Now, setting the DUI situation aside, the other reason that people end up under immigration detention is because they had a few drinks, they gotten into a verbal altercation with their spouse or someone else in their family, and a neighbor or somebody else called the cops. Now you're the one getting taken to jail, because whenever there's a domestic violence situation, even if it's just suspected or alleged, someone's going to jail that night, and it's going to be you. Besides, what are you doing drinking here anyway? You're in the United States. You made it. Be responsible. Control yourself. Govern yourself. You don't need alcohol to enhance your joy. As a matter of fact, stay away from everything. If it makes you buzzed, high, or sedated, stay away from it. You think it's fun to go to a party with your friends or maybe have a couple beers after work on your drive home. Oh, you think that's fun and that you look cute, that you look good, getting all drunk while you're driving. It doesn't look good. Just think about how cute you're going to look when you're in immigration detention, waiting 6 to 9 months for your hearing, your day in court, and you paid $10,000 to $20,000 for an attorney. Your family's suffering, your children are missing you, and they're going to miss you even more when you're 1,000 miles away. Don't draw unnecessary attention to yourself. And this is a huge problem in the Latino community, which is why I'm going to post this video in Spanish as well, just in case some of you didn't understand exactly what I'm saying in English, or some of you don't speak any English at all. This is a public service announcement to all the Latino community, but in reality to anybody without documentation. Heed my warning. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Stay safe out there.
Drinking and driving cases are something that we deal with quite a lot. As an immigration lawyer for New Zealand, it's actually more common than you would think. Now, the point is that if the New Zealand courts have the power to impose imprisonment of 3 months or more, you fall under the provisions for requiring a character waiver to be granted a temporary visa. And what a character waiver is essentially a balancing up, a weighing up of the positives and the negatives regarding your circumstances. On the negative side, there's the drink and driving offence. And on the positive side, there might be the basis of your visa being what work you're doing, your contribution to New Zealand, your background, your qualification, who you are, your connection to New Zealand, etc., etc. So the short answer is yes, you can apply, but the longer answer is it does require a little bit of careful consideration, and we would advise to go and speak with a lawyer or advisor who really knows what they're doing. And as usual, follow me for more advice.
What we just heard is not just advice. It's a warning that has been proven true for so many people. Undocumented immigrants in America already face challenges, but one mistake with Acholic can make these challenges far worse. As the video explained, drinking and driving is not a small issue in the United States. Even just 1 or 2 drinks, or even less, can lead you to a police stop, an arrest, and even ICE detention. Once you are in that system, it doesn't only affect you, it affects your job, your freedom, your ability to provide for your family, and most painfully, your children. Imagine being separated from them, waiting months for a court date, while paying thousands of dollars for legal defense. And it does not stop there. Acholic also leads to fights and argument at home or in public. In America, when the police are called to a domestic disturbance, even if it is only suspected, someone almost always goes to jail for undocumented individuals. That could be quickly turned into deporting processing. The truth is, Acholic doesn't add joy, but it takes everything away. That is why this message is so important. Stay responsible, stay safe, and avoid Acholic or any substance that can put you at risk. Being here in the United States is already an achievement. Don't lose that chance by making avoidable mistakes. At Find It Out, we are here to share powerful story, stitches clip from the original creator that bring awareness, guidance, and lesson for our community. This message spoken to you, please share it to others so that they can learn. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts in the comments section. Your opinion matter, and your voice can help others to stay safe and informed. This is Find It Out. Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your family, and remember, your future depends on the choice you make today. Thanks.